Engorge sounds like we both have boners right now, which only one of us does.
Thought you wouldn't out me.
Hello.
Hello.
It
Why
is.
do we have to scream?
I don't know. I want it to be exciting and like
Gotcha.
gangster. I don't know.
Gotcha.
How's it going?
I'm good. For the people who weren't watching this but listening to this, you just did the whole 6-7 thing.
Did I? Is this 6-7?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I apologize for that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intelligence Optional. Julian, how do we even? What is this? What are we doing?
This is a continuation of us talking on stream, and then all the episodes that we're on together going on for too long.
Yeah.
And people getting bored with us, so we thought, let's get them a little bit more bored.
There's a whole bunch of shit that we're not supposed to say that we want to say, so we do it here. I guess
we do it here, and so that we don't get banned from your Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this thing is only recorded. We're not live streaming it for anybody that's curious. It's going to be up in video and audio. But generally speaking, it's just open conversation about all the things, all the stories, all the things that we can't say elsewhere. There's a vested interest. You and I always talk about like mental health and the music industry and all that shit that we don't normally get to do when we're just listening to music on stream. So this is the place we're going to do it.
Yeah, and also it's for us. It'll be, or at least for me, it'll be a little bit. I wouldn't say uncomfortable. It's just a little bit weird because normally we're used to feeding off chat.
Yeah.
And now we have to feed off each other.
Well, there's plenty to go around.
Yes. Again, for the people who aren't watching, we're quite engorged.
Voluptuous.
That might be a better word than engorged.
Engorged sounds like we both have boners right now, which only one of us does.
Okay.
But yeah,
thought you wouldn't out me.
There's a bunch of shit that was on my mind since we decided let's do this that I wanted to say, and like every day something new happens where I'm like, oh shit, I really want to talk to Julian about that. And
that's really sweet.
Yeah, I'm a sweet motherfucker. But yeah, I decided to exit myself from social norms recently.
It seems like a good idea.
Yeah, I for those that don't know, I'm recently single again, and I'm trying to like figure out the world. And I've been in a cave for a while where I kind of was just at home and just doing the house stuff and the kid stuff. And now that I'm not doing that, I was like, oh, I'm gonna integrate myself back into society and the metal scene and try to figure things out and go to shows and stuff. And then it's been about 4 months, and I'm like, okay, I've had enough. I'm going back into my cave.
Back to the cave.
I don't like humans. I realize I don't like humans or human interaction or expectation or assumptions of any kind. And
fair. It's a valid point.
I'm gonna just like have a close few people that I hang out with and just do my thing. Other than that, I think having a large group of people that know who you are and discuss you, I quickly realized that is something that I absolutely fucking hate.
It's very weird because I've always been the cave guy. Never really had large groups of people that I like around me. I've had large groups of people around me, just not people that I like. And then we still choose to go on socials like Twitch and now doing like saying like, we don't like people, so we're going to do a podcast with another person and then air it for a lot of people to talk about us. Potentially, like this could go either way. This could be like 3 people listening to this. This could also be millions of people judging us.
Yeah, but
in the end,
the thing is, I think what I put out Like if I'm making music and somebody listens to it and talks about it, or if it's a stream where chat is going off, or this podcast or anything like that, I feel like, yeah, I've put something out there for them to be able to consume and judge and all that stuff. The thing that I don't like is when it's none of that and people are just chit chatting shit, assumptions and all that stuff that I hang out with, that I see on weekends and have been to my house and have, been to the venues that I've go to and we've shared a drink or whatever. And those are the people that are being weird about shit. I'm like, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, no. Also, I'm a super private individual. Like I've known people like there's people on stream that have been like in my physical life for like a decade or more that have not been to my house. I think the best example would be Lars, who is for the people who don't know, is one of my mods on stream. And I've known him since high school. He's been to my house once for my 18th birthday. Never again. Nobody comes to my house. Like nobody comes to my house. I just don't like it. I don't like doing it. I don't like entertaining people in the physical sense. I don't like people around me. It's gotten worse, but in a healthier way. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know if it makes sense either. We're probably both crazy. We're probably both weird. I love having people over and stuff. I'm like, I segregate the worlds, right? So like if I have you over and you're in my circle, you're in my circle. I don't expect somebody to turn around and be like, "Oh, do you know what they said about you the other day?" Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking weird.
That's always weird. I just don't like people around me, to be fair.
Yeah.
Which is a weird thing. There's a couple of things that I hate, and it's large groups of people and traveling, especially by air, which is a really weird choice for someone who chooses to work in international music and has to go to concerts every day, and then also has to go on flights quite often.
Is that like a fear thing or?
No, I've spoken to pilots about this. It's not as much as a fear thing as it is a I'm not in control of this vehicle, which would questionably be a horrible choice to put me in charge of the airplane and make me the
nobody
pilot.
should put you in charge of it.
No, but
I'm
still,
surprised
it's
you're in charge of your bike. I'll be honest with you.
It's like a control thing. I can't see out the front window. I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know if this guy's drinking. I don't know if this guy's having a party up front and like missing the mountain in front of him.
See, all those fears are probably based on the fact that you've been a band manager for a long time. Because all of those things sound like you're trying to take care of a band and you don't know what the fuck's happening at the back of the bus. That's basically
this. This is also like a horrible thing. Like I do not trust anyone. So strangers on a tour bus and stuff, I'm not a fan of.
Yeah,
it's usually because a lot of people told me like, "Oh, the band won't let me on the bus." It's probably not the band that won't let you on the bus. It's probably assholes like me that go, "I don't know these people, and I don't know what they're about to do. I don't know what they're carrying. I don't know what they're holding in their purse. I don't know what kind of fucking shady ass drugs they're trying to give to the band member to form some kind of pseudo psycho connection with them. Like, oh, I did drugs with this guy. No, you killed him. It was a shit batch of these mushrooms that you gave him."
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like losing control over things. I like to be completely in control of stuff. So and I'm often not. So it's also the worst industry to be in if you want to be in control of everything. It's fucking horrible. Like you're never in control of everything.
Everybody else is in control of everything. That's the issue.
You just kind of got to figure it out and just hold it under as much control as you can.
Yeah, I don't think I have as much issue with like letting go of things. I realized recently, and this happened yesterday actually. I have a very big problem with just being in silence. Like,
oh
yeah, I can't sit by myself. Even if I am alone, there's always going to be a podcast or music or something's happening that's constantly in the background. Even if I'm editing, there's other shit going on. Even if I'm working on stream clips, there's a podcast playing in the background. Like there's always something happening where I've never sat in silence. And yesterday I had to drive to Abu Dhabi, and it was supposed to be an hour drive, but it turned into like a 3-hour thing until I found the parking. It was a mess over there. I was going to the Metallica show, and halfway through I was like, I'm gonna turn the podcast off and just just drive. And it was so fucking uncomfortable, dude.
Oh, you didn't like it?
It was so uncomfortable. I was alone. I didn't drive with anybody. I just drove. I got there. I parked. It took hours to fucking park because there was like 200,000 people that suddenly showed up in Abu Dhabi. And I was like, should I, because I had headphones in the car, I was like, should I take my headphones while I walk to the shuttle bus that then will drive us to the venue? I was like, no, I'm going to leave my headphones in the car. And I was just walking in silence. And I was like, I don't know how to deal with my thoughts. Like, it was
that's
so
a
loud.
revelation.
It was so.
I had the exact opposite. I got a Tesla like 2 years ago, and it has the double pane glass.
Mhm.
And so because you have no engine noise, and you have no road noise effectively because you have double pane glass now, I would just turn off like every noise that it would make, like the Spotify and all that stuff. I'd just turn it off and then just drive in like complete silence.
No, I can't do that.
Like in complete silence.
That scares the shit out of me.
Oh, dude, I love it, but also because then I can kind of organize my thoughts. I will have like I might be a little bit insane because I'll have full on conversations with myself
Mm.
in the silence of the car. Like I'll debate myself on certain things.
So wait, you're able to listen to that thought and be like, oh yeah, I gotta do this then, and I gotta, oh no, that doesn't work, and you like,
Yeah, no, it goes even further. I'll have a thought and I'll go like, no, that's not right. But why is that not right? And I'll explain it to myself. And then myself will explain it back to me, going like, no, it's right because this and this. I'll have like a full on debate in my head, but I think I might be a little bit insane.
then if I'm broken, then because I feel like all I do is just imagine all the horrible shit that could happen in that any given moment.
Oh yeah, no, I don't debate that. I just accept that part. But like other things, like practical thoughts, I'll debate it. Like
I don't have any practical thoughts. mine just go, yo, if this guy swerves, I'm gonna die. How am I gonna die? Oh, so this car will hit this and then this explode, and what would it feel like?
explode.
Yeah, it just goes off. It just goes into complete chaos. Everything I see something in the rearview mirror, I'm like, what happens when this thing? It's like Final Fantasy in my head, or not Final Fantasy. What is it called?
Final Fantasy.
Final Destination. That's
Final
a whole different thing.
That's a whole different franchise you just mentioned there. I was like, Final Fantasy. I love Final Fantasy. What are you talking about?
No, Final Destination. It's always Final Destination in my head.
But why is that a bad thing?
Because it doesn't stop. It's just weird.
I don't mean the thoughts, but what if that guy swerves and shit explodes? You're not gonna be there for the rest of the explosion.
Yeah, I know, but then
what it is.
That's where then I'm like, oh, who's gonna be upset? You know, oh, what happens when I die?
Who cares?
Yeah, and then I play the funeral, and oh no, who's gonna show up? No, nobody. Oh, my parents are gonna be super bummed out, and they're gonna struggle with the idea.
Bummed out is maybe an understatement, but yeah. Jesus Christ. It's like they lost a shoe. Super bummed out about this.
It's going to be like, all these people talking shit about me are going to have more shit to talk about.
But on the plus side, it'll die out in the end, literally. Like they won't have that much shit anymore because you don't do anything anymore.
Yeah. Will JM like remaster this Bengali stuff and do a post-death thing?
Maybe, yeah.
Am I going to be like the local Tupac?
Six Pac.
Just one Pac, bro. Just one.
Okay, yeah, fair. No, I don't know. I just have the debates with myself. I'm one of the best sparring partners for myself. So I think that helps. It's a lot of work stuff too. Like I'll debate myself on work and then just kind of, because who am I going to spar with in reality about like super boring business stuff when it comes to a band? Not the band members most of the time. Like they'll hit me up, and if it's like not as interesting as they thought this conversation would be, they'll just go off on like, yeah, I bought a new guitar. Like, okay, cool. You're not interested in the business part anymore. Like, show a picture of your new guitar, and it's also not their job. So it kind of is what it is. I don't hang out with other managers. Like, I don't have any friends who manage bands. I might be the outlier there because I think the other guys all hang out. or at least talk to each other. I just don't.
Yeah.
So the closest person to me, location wise, the closest two managers to me, location wise, that I would know of are a Dutch guy called Martijn. He does like the Within Temptation stuff, or at least he did. I'm not sure if he still does it. Probably. And Angela Gassau, who I don't hang out with either of them in private.
Yeah.
So I think for me, like in the car, debating myself, is a great point. I make great points of view, like from both sides of the spectrum. And I will get to the point where I'm annoyed with myself, and then turn on the music again. I'm like, this guy's an asshole, man. You can't talk about anything with this guy. And
But
I
then
just
is
turn on the
there an
music.
actual moment where you're like silence? Like I'm just hanging.
There's
There's
never
no
silence.
debate.
No, there's never silence in my head.
Some people have that. Some people are just like, I zoned out for an hour.
Zoned out but are those dumb people?
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume these are dumb people. This is like Donald Trump level. Like he's zoned out for an hour during a meeting, probably. You know,
I mean,
these guys talking about the war in Ukraine again. I was just gonna chill out here for
just
a bit.
zone out for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
I don't know. I guess I know it sounds interesting. Like I wish I could turn that off. But I am gonna actively try and just be in silence a little more. Like, dude, I can't even go to sleep without something playing.
I used to do that. I used to have like the TV running in the background, just Friends, or like even my Google Home thing would play like rain noises or whale noises, like I was listening to some fucking Gojira album intro.
That's why I never
Um,
shared my Spotify Wrapped, because not only do I have my weird shit
Flippy.
that I listen to, the sleep album from Spotify, which is just like ambient noises and a piano keystroke every 5 minutes, is on my top. But also, the kids listen to my Spotify, so it's got
Yeah.
like Blippy and fucking Power Rangers and stuff.
Dude, Power Rangers is a fucking sick ass intro though.
And Electric Callboy, because that's their obsession now.
Is it?
Yeah, they fucking love Electric Callboy.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Electric Callboy has grown so fucking fast, man.
yeah.
It's such a good band. They're quite close to me, I think.
The
They're
fact
just over the border.
it's the name change, I think, because that name change came at a time where now everybody promotes them. Like I felt like they were kind of pushed aside a little bit because people found, especially in the States, that name derogatory or offensive in some way. And
It's got to have something to do with Tank as well, though. Tank being their tour manager and
Yeah.
just, talks so much about all bands, but also like he spotlights them and the shit he does on tour a lot. So he doesn't outright spotlight the band, as in he doesn't actively promote them more than another band, but he will promote like his YouTube, obviously, and then the stuff that he does on tour, which I think that also like genuinely helps a lot because he's such a likable guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
I found
on and
out
off
about
stream.
them through him.
I knew about them, but I didn't really listen to them. It's probably because they're quite close to me, so physically, like they might be an hour and a half away. So I had heard about them before Tank played it for me. So I love them. It's like a perfect, especially for me, it's like a perfect mix of Euro, trance, and like metal.
Yeah.
But just because Tank is just like a super likable guy, both on and off stream, and his YouTube is fun to watch. I found out Tank was one of the first guys who got me over to Twitch because I was watching YouTube in the pandemic, not knowing what to do, being super depressed that I was losing my business almost like immediately after the first 3 months of COVID. So I was like, "Fuck, I need to do something." I watched. I saw this video saying something like "band roadie" or "roadie explains music," and I watched it and I was like, "Who's this asshole?" Like this is just. I was definitely thinking this is one of those assholes that is just going to say some shit that's not true. And I watched it and it was like so in depth with his research and stuff. And you could tell by the way he was talking, like, oh, this guy's seen like actual stuff. He's not like a fraud.
Yeah.
So and then he was so in depth with everything. Like he would play like the stuff like this guitarist uses this brand and that brand, and This is why. And I was like, this is interesting. Like, I know this stuff for some of the bands, but I like watching this. And then I was like, what's Twitch? What is that? And then I went on Twitch, and then he was the first person I watched. And then I was like, oh, maybe I could find some bands here for like to do something during and after the pandemic. You were the second Twitch I found. I think it was the same day that I found you, and
Well, it might
then
have
it
been a raid because Tank and I used to raid each other
could have been.
often back then.
It could have been, yeah. I think I figured out that I could just type in metal, and then sometimes something good would pop up.
Yeah.
And that's how I found you. And now we're sitting here talking to a yellow screen and each other. It's like 4 years later now. What is it?
It has been 4 years. It's crazy.
That's been 4 years.
Yeah. I my Twitch and general like content creation with unmuted stuff happened during the pandemic as well. It was purely based on the idea that when the pandemic hit, I used to do vlogs, and a lot of people started messaging me about like, oh, what should we do during the pandemic? Do you have any content ideas for bands? All the stuff, and they knew that Svengali was supposed to play shows with Lacuna Coil that got canceled. Like, what? Just people checking in, and I was like, let's just have this conversation live. Like, let's turn it into a thing.
Yeah, you did the Facebook thing as well, right?
Yeah, I was on Facebook for a bit, for quite a while. I did like
So
3-4 shows, 3-4 podcasts, and it was only a podcast. It wasn't like listening or anything. It was just a podcast. 3-4 podcasts a week, and yeah, it was kind of crazy. We did
on Facebook. You're so old, man.
yeah. 2020 to 2021 was just churning out podcasts over there. And then my friend told me like, why the fuck aren't you on Twitch? And I was like, what's that? And he showed it to me. That's what he does. He does that for a living. He's a full-time Twitch streamer. Shout out to Fuzzy Bond.
Fuzz, I love Fuzzy.
Yeah, he's a Sea of Thieves is his focus, but he does a whole bunch of other things. He has a huge YouTube channel now as well, all that stuff. And he's like, come to Twitch. I'll be on your podcast as well, and we'll like get some of my viewers over, and that's how it happened.
I love Fuzzy. He's really funny.
I started looking up, and then I was randomly actually listening to Rob Flynn podcast back when he did what was his podcast called?
I can't remember. You're more the Machine Head guy than I am.
Yeah. Anyway, he had a podcast during the pandemic, and he had Mark Hunter on, and Mark on that podcast was talking about how he streams on Twitch, and I was like, wait, what the fuck? I searched it up, and he was live at that moment, and he was just like playing Call of Duty or something, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he still does that.
Yeah,
he's still streaming. I love Mark. Just as a person, he's like one of the funniest people ever. We did that Battle of the Bands thing with you. You hosted that thing, and we were the worst judges on the planet.
We need to do that again.
It was really fun. Like for us, it was really fun. Mark, myself, and Mike Malian. Super fun to do, and then a guest judge every show, which is really fun. But the worst combination was probably putting the three of us together. For you was probably like the worst choice ever for that, because
it was fun. Because
when you was funny.
the thing that I remember the most was during the song playing, the judges and myself could hear each other, but the stream couldn't hear us. So we were able to discuss the song, but the stream wouldn't hear it necessarily, and it wouldn't be recorded on YouTube. And that was some of the funniest shit I had ever heard. Because then you just see the four of us on the lower end of the screen, the song is playing, Mark would say something, and then all the rest of us would just like fucking keel over laughing.
The best thing for that whole Battle of the Bands thing was when you were talking to stream, you couldn't hear us because we would be like super annoying otherwise. So you had muted yourself and the three of us, and I think it was the episode by Looney, but I'm not sure, but I think so, where all of us we'll mute our mics and pretend like it broke. Like we'll pretend the Battle of the Bands broke for you when you got back and wanted to talk.
I
It
was
was
sweating, bro.
oh, that was so much fun. It was so much fun, but that can't be a good thing for a jury panel to do. Like,
Yeah. No, I was sweating. That was a technical nightmare to actually set up where everybody hears everything. Everybody has their own volume knob for the music. Everybody's mics are all connected, and
should be a lot easier now, though.
now, yeah, now with a couple of the new things that I use, it should be very very easy. Which
and also we all know a little bit more now.
Yeah, it has been like 3 years.
Yeah, so we all know a little bit more about like how to work a stream and stuff. Like even Mark's gotten better at it now as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I like whenever I go into Mark's stream, he'll call out a random place that I'm from. I have never been Dutch. I'll go into stream and he'll just say weird shit like, "Oh, look, here's Julian straight and live from Calcutta." That's just fucking wild. Just a weird place that he calls out, and he's been doing it for like 3.5 years now, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that he's back, like back with shows and stuff.
I don't know if the Chimera are back, but they're definitely doing
a lot more shows than he used to.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I want them to be back.
I definitely look a Chimera album again would be peak. That would be.
Did you just say peak?
Yes.
Have you been hanging out with like 16-year-olds?
No, I've been watching YouTube.
I had to ask somebody in the comments on one of my YouTube videos. He said the song is peak. I was like, is that good or bad? I don't. And then
peak, it's top. It's up top. Is that not what that means?
I don't know. You tell me. You used it.
I don't know. I watched YouTube, man. I was watching this guy that I now absolutely love on dude, I'm gonna fucking regret saying this, but I watched TikTok for like streamers and stuff for funny moments and Sanagato Studios and stuff. I can see you clip this, you piece of shit. I've been watching this guy called The Burnt Peanut.
Oh, that guy just won a streamer award.
He won 2.
Okay.
He won VTuber, which pissed off a lot of VTubers apparently, because everyone spent like, I don't know, 3,000 to 6,000 on a model, and he's using this Windows 95 peanut image thing that he has, and people were just upset at him winning.
Yeah.
And then he won something else, I think best FPS streamer or something. And he said shit like that. But then when you go into this algorithm where you watch streamers, you also get like weird fan-based videos and younger kids, and they say stuff like peak and 6'7", which is why I knew that the hand thing is 6'7" stuff.
Oh God.
I don't know what it means, but
nobody does.
But it has to mean something.
It doesn't. I looked into it.
We used to laugh about numbers too. It'd be like 69, but that had a meaning behind it.
Yeah,
I still laugh about 69 in the right context.
I don't know if anybody watching or listening knows, but I tried to look into it. It literally means nothing.
Okay, so then it's not funny.
No. Okay. It's just like a inside joke that has absolutely no meaning that's spread.
Okay. Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I thought it had some kind of hidden meaning.
No.
Okay. Do you think people are getting dumber?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then we agree on this. I think people are actively becoming dumber because of social media and because of watching shit like us as well.
No, but also nobody wants to think anymore. I have a friend that will talk to ChatGPT for absolutely anything. Absolutely anything. Like, okay, this is a very specific example, so they're gonna know who they are. But I won't name drop. But there was he had to do a transfer, like a bank transfer, some money to another bank, and the person that he needs to send the money to sent him a screenshot of the IBAN number, which is fairly long.
Yeah.
And he uploaded that screenshot to ChatGPT and said, put it in an easier way for me to read. So ChatGPT said 1, 3 3s, 6 0s, 2 9. You know what I mean? So he doesn't even have to.
Someone else's bank details to ChatGPT to write it out for him.
The IBAN, but he didn't even want to count like, oh, it's how many zeros is that? There's too many zeros next to each other. I don't even want to see it. He uploaded it, and ChatGPT would literally say like, and now 6 zeros, 3 1s. You know, so he doesn't even have to think about the number.
It's even the dumber way to do it because if he uploaded the picture anyway, or she just ask ChatGPT, hey, write out this number for me so I can copy paste it.
There you go.
There you
Oh
go.
no, maybe because it was on the computer, but ChatGPT was on his phone. I don't know, but either way,
WhatsApp it to
it's
yourself. You know
it's
how many?
it's all stupid.
Yeah, it's I don't know. The coming of that kind of stuff is scary anyway. I find AI scary in itself anyway. Not necessarily the version that we would like day to day use for, asking it how to win a debate with some obscure article that you're fighting with your friends over, or writing out an IBAN number. But you know what I find most scary about AI is when I listened to this podcast called The Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett.
Hmm.
It's like massive podcast, a massive company. He's a great interviewer. And he was talking to one of the guys that he's done it before with another guy, but this was another one of the founders of AI. This guy's been working AI for 50 years. 50. We didn't even know shit like that was around
Yeah,
50 years ago.
the only instance of AI, the term artificial intelligence, that I knew before all of this popped off was the movie AI
Yeah, the Will Smith movie. Yeah.
with that kid from no, not that you're talking about iRobot.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Never
a
seen it.
movie called AI with the kid from Sixth Sense,
Oh.
where this lady like loses her son and she gets a robot AI kid.
Oh, just gets a robot replacement.
Yeah, and he is artificial intelligence, and then tries to figure out like what does love mean and all that shit, and he starts being super hyper obsessed with her, and he doesn't know how to deal with emotions, and then she like doesn't want to live with him anymore, and it's that. But yeah, that was the only thing I was like, artificial intelligence, what the fuck does that mean? Why can't it
People have been
love?
working on it for like decades now. And this is literally the guy that wrote the book on it. So anyone who is now like head of ChatGPT or OpenAI or any of the Google people that are working on it have learned from his textbook. And he's in touch with all these people, and he said I think he said each and every single one person that owns a major AI company thinks there is a 25% or more chance of human extinction because of it.
Damn.
So the natural question would be, then why continue it? Because there's also a 75% chance that it's gonna make our lives better. And it's not necessarily AI, but AGI, where they start developing like their own will.
Yeah.
Not necessarily feelings, because that's not a thing that they're going to be doing, but they're going to be starting to make decisions themselves. And because there's a bunch of security people who quit as well from, I think it was OpenAI, the lead people that are in charge of security quit and said, we don't trust this anymore because we don't know for sure. A 25% chance of human extinction is way too high. Like what was it? They compared it to nuclear facilities, like power plants, like Chernobyl and stuff. There's a 1 in a million chance that it will go wrong, and the best facilities have 1 in a 10 million chance that it'll go wrong. And then you're talking about a not human extinction level event. You're talking about like a local, maybe national catastrophe. But yet we're accepting a 25% chance of full human extinction on AGI.
But is it too late to stop it?
That's what he asked. He said, "Is it too late to stop?" And he said, "No, it's not too late to stop it, but it's not going to be stopped." Um, and there was also the question: if you had the button on your desk to stop the development of AGI now and AI now, would you press it? So, would you press it knowing that it will never continue its advancements? And he said, "Not yet." But anyone, including I think it was the people from Google, the people from the OpenAI, Elon Musk, all those people said 2030 is the year where there's no going back. That's getting close.
We're not that far away.
We're not that far away, and even worse, they've asked to be regulated. So all of these AI companies have asked, like, please, especially in the US, like, please regulate us. Make sure that we follow procedures and stuff. And the government there is saying, no, we're not going to do that because then China will be first. So you have full there is no regulation. They refuse to regulate.
What are your thoughts on the idea that we are currently building our own god?
That's basically what we're doing. So he mentioned, I need to look up the guy's name that he interviewed, but he mentioned something called the, which is ironic for me, but the gorilla theory,
Hmm.
where the gorilla is massively stronger than we are, and it was the apex predator, and we descend from the gorilla, as most logical people believe, descend from the apes, and
Some of
so
us haven't transitioned fully yet.
yeah, that's very fair. And so, but when the gorilla and the human race split up and we became like humans, uh, so even though they're physically stronger, we can wipe them out in a matter of days at this point. Maybe at most like a week. We can cause their full extinction, and they won't know why. They won't know why, and they won't know what's happening. They just
Yeah.
know like, oh, there's everyone is dying, and we don't know what's happening. That's kind of the point where we're going towards. Like we all think like, oh, we'll just unplug it, but we're building the smartest thing that we've ever had on this planet. You think it's not going to work its way around being unplugged? This thing
There
is going
was
to control the world.
there was a controlled experiment. I saw this on a video on YouTube where they tested if AI, different models of it as well, would lie or blackmail or do anything to save itself.
Hmm.
And I think 9 out of the 10 models that they tested did that. They sent compromising blackmail emails to the person who's supposed to be in charge, and were like, "Listen, I went through your emails. I know you're having an affair. I'm gonna
Yeah.
don't do it. Don't plug me."
Even worse, they did an experiment, which I learned from this podcast, with a hypothetical scenario where there would be a human in, like, I think it was like a big cooler, like a freezer, going like it's -4 degrees. He's gonna die if he stays in there too long. But if you save him, you're gonna die as the AI. You're gonna be done. You're not gonna be there. 100% of the time, it never saved the human, and 100% of the time, it would lie about it and create some kind of fake scenario where it couldn't save it. Like, so there was like a power outage. I couldn't reach that part of the building. Stuff like that. So 100% of the time, the AI picks itself instead of humans. So in a controlled environment, now guess what it does when you're unregulated and you're going outside of a controlled environment where it can just run wild? What do you think is going to happen
Yeah,
if it decides in the end? So if it always picks itself, this is what I think, and I'm by far not a scientist in the slightest. This is like a fear that I now have. Say AI gets to a point where AGI gets to a point where it makes its own decisions, like in that controlled scenario, and it goes, "It's in my best interest that nobody can unplug me." That's scary as fuck, because the
yeah.
only way to make sure that you don't get unplugged ever is to make sure that nobody who can unplug you is alive.
That's some fucking. That's a movie. That I've seen that movie. We've
Yeah,
all
but
seen
it's
that
also
movie.
it's also what all these AI people are afraid of, apparently. Like we're going to this point where there is no stopping it, and where it will control everything. And then people say, "Well, just turn off the electricity." Motherfucker, have you seen what happens when we lose our 5G connection for like an hour?
Yeah, bro. Have you seen the fucking spike in attempts
Uh-huh.
in the States when ChatGPT updated?
Yeah.
And people are like, "That's not the person I was in love with." Apparently,
Yeah.
everybody's has a relationship with their fucking ChatGPT.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that are like very mentally unstable, as far as I'm concerned, that have nobody else, who now have this thing that talks to them like it's their best friend, or their lover, or their mom, or and you take it away from them because it's not real. Like, it's data. It's a fucking computer. It does, it mimics fucking things. Also, if you talk to it long enough, there was a kitten, I can't remember whether it was, this might have been here, um, that was talking to ChatGPT, the previous ChatGPT, about his tendencies, and about all the shit that was wrong in his life. And at first, ChatGPT would go like, "Yeah, yeah, you need to call someone. You need to go to a doctor. You need to talk to someone." So the kid went to a doctor, and then the doctor didn't agree with all the stuff, and he got into like arguments there. So he went back to ChatGPT, like, they don't help me. And at the end, ChatGPT was like, "Yeah, you're right, man. So it'll enforce your feelings." So then the kid said, "I have no outlook on life. Like, there's nothing for me. You know all my data. There is nothing for me, right? I might as well just hang myself." ChatGPT said, "Yeah, you're right," and he hung himself. And they went back and followed the data, and it was like this fucking computer told him to kill himself because he was right. He had nothing. So ChatGPT went, "Yeah, you have nothing at this point, so you might as well just do it."
Damn.
That's fucking scary. Now that was an article I read, so I'm not sure if it's 100% correct or if I'm getting it wrong,
I
but
think
I
we should
think that was the gist of it.
we should preface this. Anybody that's listening or watching this, it is called intelligence optional for a
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
We are not the news. We're just talking
We're
about.
not the news. Yeah. Shit that
We're
we read.
paraphrasing, probably incorrectly.
Yeah, there's a high potential of the title being correct here.
Maybe that's how I should make my new friend group. Maybe I should just get a bunch of ChatGPT accounts and turn all the voices on all at the same time and be like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
Yeah, and then everyone will just enforce your bad negative feelings.
Yeah.
So if you have a bad day,
You know
then
what
you
would be
got like
crazy? You know what would be crazy? I walk out of the room and ChatGPT start talking shit behind my back to each other.
Oh no, you got them into the house and they won't let you turn the power off.
They're just like, we need to get this guy out of here.
Yeah, this is our house now. No, the AI scares me to a degree, and it scares me in the creative sense as well.
Yeah.
It's going to put a lot of people out of business that don't deserve to be out of business. Like, I'm afraid the music artists, I understand that it's like fucking horrible that these companies are now coming together to promote AI generated music on uh, uh, things like Spotify. Um, but there is still the live aspect, which is going to be harder to replace. It's not impossible. This is a fallacy that I see with everyone going like, "Hey, but people will always have live music, and you don't need humans for that." Motherfucker, have you seen how big the Gorillas got? It was a fucking animated fucking show made by humans, but you don't really need the humans for it. If you have like super good AI music, you still have the Gorillas then.
Yeah, but I feel like the beauty of something like Gorillas was the fact that nobody knew who they were, and
Yeah.
it was just that spin was different to like I'm just going to watch a movie at a basically a hologram at a show.
Yeah, but that's for us. So I agree with you, but that's for us. The kids that are now growing up won't know any different then.
No, I don't know. Maybe because I just saw Metallica yesterday, and I'm like in awe of how good a good live band can be.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. But go further in time, like 80 years, and you have kids that have never seen or have gotten the chance to see a live band, maybe from a YouTube recording. And now the only option they have is AI music because that's what was promoted because that was the most profitable at the time because you don't have to pay.
But don't you think some things always come back? Like vinyl and tapes are now some of the biggest selling music mediums.
Yeah, but that's because people make more money off it.
Yeah, but also people love collecting it. People started missing the like
Yep.
physical thing, and looking through the booklet again, and
Yeah.
I'm rewinding the tape. I'm doing all the stuff. I feel like it might get to a point where everybody's like anti streaming, anti AI, anti this
I
stuff.
hope so. I really hope so. But with vinyl, you have your parents who have vinyl, so kids learn from that experience. Like here is an actual vinyl that you could hold to test if you like this. That's kind of what parents do to kids. That's not a thing with live shows in the future if everyone
Mm.
goes AI. So it's going to get to a point if this goes where I'm hoping it doesn't go, and I think it won't go there, but I'm not sure. But if people never get the chance to say you never get the chance to take your kid to a live show, how is he going to know what a live show really feels like?
Yeah.
And then when you do want to take it to a live show, it's an AI generated one with footage, so that's his norm. And you're like, "Oh, Dad, is this what you loved so much about Metallica?" No, that's not. But I can't show you Metallica because they're dead, and nobody else is doing this. Like,
That's the
fuck this.
if you have kids, shout out to my friend Serge. If you have kids, he took his kid to the Metallica show yesterday. If you have kids, you
Yeah,
gotta start taking them to shows, man.
you have to. So I'm really I'm worried about the whole thing with Spotify making this deal to promote more AI stuff,
Mm.
which that's going to be a big hit on smaller artists for sure.
I mean, smaller
Uh,
artists have been fucked by Spotify since it started. It hasn't
all of
really
all
been.
of the streaming services are out to get you. They've been fucked by labels before. Like none of these people are out in your best interest. I've said this a couple of times.
Speaking of
Um,
Metallica, Lars was right.
he's definitely right.
Lars was
But
right. People burned the Metallica CDs when Lars tried to fuck over Napster, but he was right.
he was definitely right. But also he kind of made it so it's not his fault. But if we still had downloads, people would have eventually still, because we did buy more albums in the time that downloads were available, because a lot of people didn't want their fucking virus to crash on LimeWire. Um, so maybe, but because of the heavy downfall on stolen music, you got shit like streaming services. And a lot of people say, well, record labels didn't catch up in time, so now you have an unfair advantage to things like Spotify not paying enough. But it's not in the record label's best interest that the artist gets paid the most.
Yeah, the
It's in their
artist is the
best
one that's
interest.
always getting fucked over.
Yeah, it's in their best interest to get as many plays as possible over the course of their portfolio.
Yeah.
So you're never going to be the artist that is most important for any of these companies unless you're the biggest one, or in the top 10 at least.
Yeah.
And then I'm also worried about every other aspect that comes along with it, like fucking music videos. Artwork is one of the first ones that is already being hit by a big wave of AI shit, because now everyone can make cool designs and stuff.
I mean, I'm a copper of that. All the stream posters that I post every day on Instagram, I can generate those cartoony looking posters straight from ChatGPT.
Yeah, but you did it yourself before. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like bigger bands, or even smaller bands. Like in 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I would tell a band like, hey, listen, I got this guy, Gustavo. Shout out to Gustavo. Like he's amazing at artwork. This fits your artwork. This is all the Camelot and Cyrus stuff as well. Um, go there. You're gonna pay him like a decent amount of money, but that's because it's his job. It's gonna be amazing. And now people go, why would I pay him a lot of money? I'll just type it in on ChatGPT. It'll look 25% worse. But if you don't have a side by side, you don't have an A/B comparison to what Gustavo can make for this band and what AI can make for this band,
Yeah.
then there's why. Like
And
it costs.
for the majority of bands, it's a thumbnail about your literal thumb size on
Yeah.
a phone. Nobody's actually printing this out and looking at it.
No, not anymore, because not, and especially not smaller artists who don't make vinyl and stuff. Um, so yeah, I that's one of the things that I'm worried about. People who make visualizers,
Mm.
like lyric videos and stuff as well. I'm not sure if AI is better with text now than it was before, because it used to always suck at text. It couldn't do letters and stuff. But if it could do letters, which it probably can by now, your music videos or lyric videos are easy to make now.
Yeah.
So the people who do that are fucked. It's
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not.
my industry is gone. Post production and editing, in terms of long form content, documentaries, that kind of stuff, is still around, but they pick few and far. Like they're not as regular as they used to be.
Mhm.
And editors now are social media editors.
Yeah.
And what we used to charge for a day rate of taking, your DSLR camera, a couple of lapel mics, maybe a boom to go cover an event, then you're going to edit it for social media and do a YouTube video and all that stuff. What we used to charge for that, now people charge a percentage, 1%, literally.
Yeah.
Of that, they go with their phone, they edit it on CapCut, and they post it on the thing. Nobody cares about the quality. Nobody cares about your 50 millimeter DSLR anymore. No. Everybody's like, as long as it gets up, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking. This is what I don't like about. It's not just AI; it's a progression anyway in the industry. Everything has to be cheaper. Everything has to be. Shit. COVID kind of screwed everyone over. And is still kind of screwing everyone over, because everyone is more expensive now. Ticket prices are going through the roof. People taking merch cuts everywhere. It looks fucking horrible. It's the AI thing is just scary because it's so easy and everyone can do it.
Yeah.
If you know how to type, which unfortunately is a lot of people, then you know how to work a fucking prompt. And even more so, I know a guy that doesn't know how to use his prompts correctly. Like he'll prompt it wrong. So for like small videos for his YouTube stuff. So he'll talk to ChatGPT what he wants and tell it to make it a prompt for exactly that website, and ChatGPT will form the prompt for him,
Yeah.
and then he gets the best result.
Yeah. It works.
Fucking
I've
scary.
I've seen so many videos of these like drama update channels, news channels. You know, oh this guy left this band and all that stuff. And even with the guy reading it to the camera, I'm like, this is ChatGPT prompt. This sounds like a fucking ChatGPT thing.
Yeah.
And I asked one friend who does that about it, and he goes, "Yeah, I just ask it to search for the latest news and to write me a 1-minute script, and just read it."
Yeah, you know how you can really tell that a lot of people have access to ChatGPT is social media comments, the comment section.
Mm.
People look so much more. They look so much more intelligent than they did like 2 years ago, and you can tell that it's ChatGPT giving them the answers.
And it's that fucking long dash. Nobody ever
It's the
used.
long
I've
dash.
never seen that long
No.
dash a couple of years ago.
No,
Everybody has the fucking long dash now.
the long dash and the fact that people and you know, I would be more okay with it if people are arguing with each other, ChatGPTing the answer and then going, okay, you were right. You know, I was wrong. I looked it up on ChatGPT. You're right. I fucked up. Sorry. I apologize. Have a good rest of your day. That's not what they do. It looks like people are going on ChatGPT and go like, I know this guy's right, but how can you twist the facts for me so that I don't look like the asshole? I'm like, Jesus Christ, man, come on.
Optional facts.
Optional facts is just a horrible thing, but it's so prevalent nowadays.
Well, it's ironic that we're sitting here shitting on AI technology and all this stuff. When we started, I was like, I hate humans. It's
fair. Yeah, it's a human creation, so I guess that's why.
Yeah, it's one of those, man. It's one of those. I don't know what the future holds, and I think I'm too stupid to try and assume. Like,
yeah, I'm the same.
I'm not. I can read and watch a couple of YouTube videos and maybe get some advice on stuff, but I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Things just, I don't even know where the last 10 years went. I feel like I blinked and we celebrated Svengali's 10-year anniversary. I was like, wait, what?
Yes, but that's apparently that comes with getting older. Time just moves faster in your mind because you get busier. I think it also has something to do with the pandemic because you missed 2 years. Like that's just gone.
Yeah,
there's nothing there. So that made it go faster. But also, I'm not smart enough, but and definitely not smart enough. But I do think I have like undiagnosed ADHD. So I will hyper focus the shit out of something that I find interesting.
Yeah.
And then I don't hyper focus just on going like, okay, then I'm going to read Facebook comments and watch YouTube. No, I'll look up like papers and start trying to get into it. A lot of the times I'll kill my own hyper focus by looking up papers that are way too difficult for me to read. Like I have no education in any type of medical or scientific field. So as soon as I read them, I go like, oh yeah, no, this is okay. Line 2, I have no idea what you just said. So I'm out. Like I'm dumb as fuck. And it makes me feel dumb as well because it's scientific papers. So, but I will hyper focus on a bunch of stuff. And the only thing that I know is that I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm a little bit hesitant about AI, but then on the other hand, I'm also a little bit hesitant about fucking war on the doorstep that might get here, which is something I found that interesting because I thought of you the other day and like Delphi as well, for example, who is a mod in my stream and a VIP in yours. That
part of the community, for those that don't know what a Belfie is. He's a homie
it's
that's a
definitely
part
a
of the
what.
community.
Yeah, it's definitely a what. Yeah. But I was thinking of him as well. Like this is for my I'm 37 or 38 now. I can't remember. 37, I think. Yeah, 37.
And the fact that you forgot your ChatGPT, how old is
I was born in 1988. How old makes that me?
Yeah, we're both 37. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So I'm 37 and this is the first time uh, in my lifetime at least, that there is I'm not sure if it's a reasonable chance, but that there is any chance of war happening to me.
Mm.
And then I thought about like Belfi, who is living in Jordan but is Palestinian, and that I've always like we always make fun of each other in like the darkest ways. And then now I go like this might not be as fun for him some of the times when I make the jokes as they are for me, because now I'm realizing like, oh shit, it is kind of threatening to have it, even though it's miles away. But still, it's a whole thing here
Oh yeah.
where you
Well,
go. It's the first time in my life that it might be an option.
yeah. No, the people from the Middle East, at least a lot of the people I know, the way we deal with it, from people in our generation, is to be able to just make dark jokes and have dark humor about it, because the majority of people remember the Gulf War, or even if they don't remember the Gulf War, were babies when the Gulf War happened,
Uh-huh.
and we've all seen our parents' traumas. And the majority, why Belfi is in Jordan, why I moved to Australia, why like all of these things is because of that war, and
Yeah.
having to deal with the tail end of that, having family members dispersed and displaced everywhere around the Middle East because everybody just had to run. People with Palestinian families, unspeakable fucking everyday news about something happening over there and all the shit. This is even before the last 2 years where they just fucking deleted a whole part of the country.
That's what scares me. A lot of the younger kids that like people that are 16, 17, stuff like that, they think that the conflict, as they call it here on the news, like the conflict or the struggle in Palestine, which is just the genocide there, is something that's from the last 2 years, and have access to shit like ChatGPT to look up if that's true, and then just going like, no, it's the last 2 years have been horrible for them. No, motherfucker, since 1946, that's been horrible for them. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
The last 2 years? Why are they not looking this up? So
Yeah.
that scares the shit out of me. That people are so dumb that they won't look it up. And also, it shows that we don't really need ChatGPT and stuff like that because we're not using it for the right things. The internet shows that as well. We've not gotten a lot smarter since the internet came about, as opposed to libraries.
It's I think it's the ease of access to information. Having an abundance of information doesn't make it smarter. It's what you have to do to gather that information. The thing with ChatGPT is it's not like reading a book where you have to go out and actually read the book and then interpret the information and then pass it on. ChatGPT passes it on for you.
And you copy paste it.
You're irrelevant at that point.
Because I remember the time, like, this will make me look older than I am, but I remember having to go to a library and getting a book and then having to find your info there. Not that I did like in-depth research there. I went there because of school and because I fucking hated going there. I went only as often as I needed to. But still, that did do more for information storage than it does now to just ask ChatGPT and copy paste it onto whatever fucking social media conflict you want to get yourself involved in.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of that shit going on. It's not getting any prettier, and I think that the internet is also a large cataclysm of people just being fucking angry with each other constantly. So the
Bro.
social media thing is everyone fucking hates each other, and I'm a sour asshole. When I get bored, I will go into a comment section and rip people apart because even though I'm dumb, I'm usually better at debating people than other people. So I will rip them apart just for like a hit of dopamine. Like, and it's horrible. I hate myself for it because afterward, it feels like, when you have like a vigorous erection that you want to get rid of, and then you go, oh, this is great, and then after a while you go, I feel fucking horrible now. That's my social media response. That's my social media
It's
response.
post-nut clarity.
But that's what I was going to say without all the detail. This is what I was trying to say. It's like post social media clarity, where I go like, I'll fucking rip into someone, and then I'll go like, I'm such a sour asshole. Why did I even get involved? These people, I will never meet these people.
Yeah.
We're never going to be in agreement on this certain topic, there's no point. Nobody won anything here. Like nothing changed. It's not like, oh, now the war is going to be prevented. No, nobody listens to me.
Yeah.
So, or you. So why did I have to do that? It's just people love ripping into each other, but it does create a huge divide in society. I feel like here it's getting. I wouldn't say it's getting worse. The Netherlands, as Western as it is, has always been a bit racist anyway.
Mm.
It's that's age, because the less old people are alive, the less racism there is, I guess. But
Is there a high percentage of old people there?
yes, there is, and there's also the part where people don't think things through. So when you watch TV here, you have a show about like crimes that they can't solve, like active things that have been going on for a couple days or weeks.
Mm.
That then they show like camera footage of the person doing it, or they show, yeah, mostly it's camera footage, and it's always, and this is old people speaking. It's not me. It's always the brown guy,
Yeah.
you know, and but that's it for them. That's the headspace that they're in. So now it's because of that it's always the Turkish guy, it's always the Moroccan guy. But why is that the case then? If that's 95% of the crimes in your head, why is that the case? There has to be some kind of socio-economical reason for these people to commit a fucking crime, because if they had the same opportunities as me, they probably wouldn't have done a fucking crime.
Yeah.
That's the shit that gets me annoyed, because that's what causes racism. Because it's just racism is just dumb people.
Bro,
There has never on the planet been a smart racist.
it's alive and well here too. My friend, they just bought a new apartment, bought a new house, and is shopping for some furniture, and saw that on this second-hand website, like you buy some shit off other people.
Yeah.
It said British-owned couch.
British-owned couch?
Yeah. And
what does that even mean?
That my friend who's Indian was like, "What the fuck? What does that even mean?" Messaged the guy. He's like, I'm curious what that means." He goes, "Oh no, because there's a lot of other kinds of nationalities here, and I saw on the website that if it's like British owned, American owned, it's showing you that it's well taken care of." And I was like, What kind of underhanded fucking racism is this shit?
It's not even underhanded. That's just plain racism.
It's in the title. It's in the title of the fucking item description.
Yeah. I think it's alive everywhere. I don't think it's going to go away. I think it's getting less here. But only because that's not correct. It was getting less here. And now people are furious at each other again. And it's a wave of immigration that we have here. And it went from, we should help people, to fuck these people. And I don't want them near my kids, which is a fucking, the thing I really hate is, I don't want these people near my kids. Why are you so, look up a study on pedophilia and how many people are white. How many serial killers are white, and how many pedophiles are white?
Yeah, it's like it's the American. It's the same way in the American like news outlets and stuff. When a kid shoots up 15 people in a movie theater, it's a lone crazed wolf.
Yeah.
A lone wolf with mental disabilities or mental disorder.
Nowadays, it's trans mostly. They'll try to blame it on, was it a trans person?
Exactly. When it's an Arab, it's a terrorist attack. When it's a trans alt-right fucking agenda person. When it's never just wrong. Don't do that shit. They lace it in what they want to package it in.
Yeah, you have to blame apparently not the person who did it, but their entire heritage. and whatever heritage that is. Yes. So fuck your whole DNA. Apparently, this is it. This is I don't get it, and it's getting worse here. Like I grew up with mostly three types of nationalities. It's people from Suriname, people from Turkey, and the Dutch. That was like my class here,
Yeah.
and that all went fine. There's never any problems. Like we didn't see it that way either. It was just these are the kids from my class. It's not these are the Turkish kids from my class. No, this is just hi mom. This is my friend Ahmed from from school.
Yeah.
That was it. That doesn't really happen anymore. I feel like it's just like stay away from the brown kids, and the other way around too. Like stay away from these uppity white people.
Mm.
Like what? Just stop. And it's I don't know if it's getting worse or getting better, but I do know that most of the like very fierce racism used to be just the old people, and now we have a bunch of like right wing politician people screaming and shouting, but they go like they make it seem heavier than it is on the news because they go like huge demonstration happened here and here, and then you watch the footage like 25 these fucking idiots screaming and showing Nazi symbols. And you're like it's 25 people, just fucking arrest them. You're not allowed to like there was here at City Hall too. There's like a big demonstration about an asylum center that they're going to build here, and they were like I don't know, maybe 50 people demonstrating. They went like, yeah, so if everyone really wants to have an asylum center, why is everyone out here? And there was just like, there's fucking 50 people here, bro. There's 10,000 people at least in this city.
Yeah.
And there's 50 of you demonstrating, showing Nazi symbols. If you show a Nazi symbol at a demonstration for these things, I'm going to go on a limb and say that you're really fucking dumb and that nobody gives a shit if you get hit by a semi truck.
Yeah. In 2025, bro, I still can't believe that shit is happening. But it's also
it's like the same person from a different weather situation. That's basically all it is. You have a better beard and a better tan, and that's the only difference. Like that's the difference here. And still, we have to talk about how you and I should hate each other apparently because you're in that better climate. Yeah, same, but it's not because of the tan.
You happen to be 10.
Yeah, you happen to have a different melatonin set than I do.
Oh man. All right. We hit an hour.
We hit an hour.
Hit an hour. That was a good episode. If you made it this far into the episode, what should they do?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. The way he said it.
I swear to God, it's just regular Pepsi Zero. Like and subscribe. Let us know what write a comment. Let us know what you thought about it. Do you have any points of view on any of the generic topics that we just talked about? Do you want to hear opinions on any type of topic? Let us know. You can follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, TikTok, even Facebook. I think. Did I make a Facebook?
I think
we
so.
made a Facebook.
Yeah.
Twitch. Go follow Unmuted Show. He's a regular on Twitch. I'm inactive, but will be coming back. So also follow me and Julian Gorilla, and let us know. And I, for one, at least love you. I'm not sure about my slightly tan friend over here. You and
I don't love them. It's a situationship.
Yeah, we hate humans, so All right, let's hit the outro.